Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to play with some pigments. Yay! Not of the piggy variety. No, none of those. We are going to be using mica powders. M-I-C-A. This first nail, oh my god, please just ignore this first nail. I am using Moyra and I'm using Perfect French. Yeah, the pink that is most definitely not a pink. Oh dear. Yeah, you see, I told you, I'm determined. I will find use for it. So this first nail was originally going to be a fully sculpted nail of this colour. And then for some reason, in my infinite wisdom, I thought, hey, do you know what? I'm going to change that up a little bit and I'm going to try and make like a smile line out of the pigment. And it's awful. Absolutely awful. In fact, I think we're just going to cut this out and we're going to move on to the next part. So on this pinky nail, we are going to do a marble. So I've come in with the, because what I was hoping with this French, like I said, it's kind of like a milky white, like a cloudy white. And I wanted to kind of marble with it with the pigment. So with the pigments, what I'm doing is there's two ways of doing it. You can either decant some clear powder and put some pigment in it. And it's like a ratio of 1 scoop of powder, the pigment, sorry, to about 10 scoops of clear. That will give you not such the strength of colour. Or you can pick up a clear bead and dip it in the powder, which is what I am doing here. And I'm using 3 colours. No idea, these colours don't have names. I bought them from eBay in a big bulk. Did I buy them from eBay? No, I think I got them from AliExpress actually. Like quite big powders. Tubs of powder. They don't have any names in them, you know. I just chose 3 colours. So I've got kind of like a chocolatey brown, I've got a coppery colour, and I've got a forest green, I think is what I would go with. And I've just marbled those down. I really enjoy pigments. I do. I know you're all looking at that ring finger and going, do you know what? That doesn't look so bad. It will do in a moment because at this point I've decided I don't like it and I try and cover it up. Yeah, we're going to move on again. Yeah, isn't it so beautiful? No, but it's fine because we're gonna cover it up. I will come up with a plan for that, and I do. So this finger, can you see the kind of indentations you get with when you marble? And I quite like that. And this was like a very earthy, natural tones. And I really actually quite liked that look. So I'm going to do another marble on this nail. But then I'm going to come in and kind of indent it a bit more. I want it to kind of look like wood grain. I don't mean when you've cut the wood. I know, you know, when you see like the bark on the tree and you get all of those different colours that goes on in it. And it's really textured. And I like that. And that's kind of what I was going with. Whatever was going on with that ring thing, I don't know. I genuinely haven't. I can't even remember what I was trying to achieve. That's horrible. Right, so this time round, you can see I'm really I'm pushing my brush in more. So when you're doing a marble, you want to keep your brush kind of light and floaty. Try not to dig in too much. But for this, I want to do the opposite. I want to dig in. I want the texture. And when I kind of did it, I was like, no, nope. I can do some more. I want to almost like carve into it. And the great thing about using the pigments for this is even when you then cap it with clear, it doesn't lose that definition. Whereas I find, because they're really shiny and they reflect the light and they're so highly pigmented, I know, pigments are pigmented, who'd have thought? But it really holds that definition, whereas when you use coloured powder, it doesn't give the same effect of what I was trying to achieve. Hopefully that makes sense. The great thing about pigment is it's so cheap. If you buy it on the big bulk stuff, and you get, I think I paid about 20 quid, and they are either 25 or 50 gram pots. And I got, there's at least 15 pots there. So, you know, it's, so the great thing is like, if you want in colours, because you can use them as a colour as well, they don't work quite as well. That's when you would mix it, and you would make the colours, but they work great. So if you're looking for like coloured acrylics and you're starting to do that, but you don't want to have the expense of buying all of these coloured acrylics, it's a great way to go. Sneaky tip there from Shona. I'm in a little bit of a weird mood today, you can tell. You're like going, Shona, you are like that in most of your videos? I'm like, yes, I know. It's never boring though, let's face it. Right, what am I doing on this middle finger? So you can see what I mean. So I've picked up the bead, and I'm not actually using the clear. I am using this French pink. And so you get a very different effect than if that was mixed with a clear powder, you know, shaken all together really, really nicely. You would be able to kind of paint it on. But that's because I don't want a full coverage for this. I'm kind of ombreing, but not ombreing. I don't know quite what I'm doing. Oh, but it's so nice to have my brush back. I'm trying to get a little bit of time to do some more acrylic sets. The thing is, like, acrylic sets, they take a lot longer than, say, a gel design. Although actually sometimes on some of my gel designs can take me just as long because, you know, I'm doing my hand painting or this, that and the other. But yeah, you definitely... The difference is, so when I'm doing a gel design, if the kids are interrupting me, it doesn't matter because it's not going to set. You know, I can come backwards and forwards, you know, it's not a major one. When you're doing acrylic, you are on a timer, you've got to sit there, you've got to get it done. And that just makes things more difficult. Yes. So, I'm going to come in now, and I'm just kind of, I don't want to fill in all the gaps because I want some of that. It's not negative space, that's not what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. Anyway, there we go. So I didn't want a marble because I don't want that texture, but I didn't necessarily want so much of just, you know, the standard ombre where it's like one, then the other, you know, in a line. I wanted to mix them together, but not in a marble. There we go. Hey, we got there in the end. Right, thumbnail. I have no clue what I was doing on the thumbnail. As in, I just can't remember. I videoed this a couple of weeks ago and suddenly realised that I hadn't actually voiced it over, and I was like going, what am I doing? I think this one is just an ombre. Just an ombre. Ombre is a freaking August. August? Awesome. No, we're definitely not in August yet, Jesus. Oh, although it kind of feels like it. You're in, where the hell's this year gone? But no, we're definitely not in August. So this is going to be an ombre. I'm trying to do each nail slightly different. So I know we've got two marbles going on in there, but one is like a traditional marble. One is my textured marble. And you'll notice that there is no glitter. Oh, I know, how dare you, Shona? No glitter whatsoever. No. Because there are these people, and they will not be judged, but there are these people that do not like glitter. I know. Also, you don't always need to put glitter. These pigments are so shiny and sparkly and metallic-y and lush that you don't need to put glitter on them. I know. So I came up with a plan for this horrific nail, and I'm going to use some foil because I got some of this brown foil. This is the Markartt foil gel, cured in the lamp for 60 seconds. I'm coming in with a silicone tool and just rubbing this down. And I got it as part of the Markartt kit, this foil. It all came as part of it. And I thought, you know what? It's the right kind of colours. It will go. It will cover up the monstrosity underneath it. I'm being a little bit harsh on that now. It's not quite that horrific, but it just was definitely not what I was going for. Well, you know, best laid plans and all that. So yeah, and I'm just going to rub that in. And I have found actually using the silicone tool, not my finger, has helped because I think the heat from my finger doesn't necessarily work. It also helps get in those nooks and crannies. And I'm going to come and use my finger in a minute. And then you see, you're just slowly kind of peeling it back and rubbing a bit more. And then when it's ready, it does kind of come off itself almost. It is hugely difficult, as you can see. The tip's coming out. I'm having to keep pushing it back. It's not as straightforward. It's definitely easier doing foils on your own hands. Kind of. Depends if you're having to do it right-handed or left-handed, depending on which one is your dominant one. So we are just going to keep rubbing the absolute life out of this until I am happy with it. And then I will peel it off. Okay, and as I've said before, if you're having problems with them, try getting one of these silicone tools first. If it's still not sticking, you're rubbing the life out of it, it's not going properly, it may be you need to switch products. But it is very, very difficult to get a full coverage on a foil. It just is. So put a colour that's similar underneath and it will hide some of those flaws. Yay! Okay, so now that we are happy with all of those, yes, I'm going to come in and do a bit of stamping. This is a Moyra plates. I'm trying to think which one it is. It's one of the new ones. It might be Norkas Garden. I'll have to go and have a look. It'll all be in the description as normal. And I'm going to come in with some Born Pretty stamping gel. The reason I like stamping gel for certain things is, one, it really gets into the nooks and crannies more. So if you're doing a very detailed, it sinks into the stamping plate and you tend to get a better stamp. Second of all, you can get more than one stamp out of it, which is what I'm going to do here. So as you can see, I'm just taking my time. I'm letting it settle in. I'm coming in with my clear jelly stamper. I'm going to take off the little bit that I don't want, and then I'm going to come in and stamp. That's it. There we go. And then I'm going to come along and I'm going to do exactly the same on the other nail. Actually, I didn't get more than one stamp out of this one. A lot of the times you can. It may even be actually that I thought, I'm not sure if I'm going to stamp on the other one, but then I decided I was going to stamp on the other one. I don't know. It's too far. It's too long ago. I've slept since then. I've slept many times since then. We've got no chance. Now, if you are using a gel stamping polish, make sure that you cure it in the lamp because it doesn't dry on its own. It does have to be cured. And at least 30 seconds. If in any doubt, cure it for 60. Okay, so we're going to stamp again. I'm just letting it sit in there. There we go. And we're going to stamp. Oh, what a wonderful close-up of my hand. You can just about make out the stamp in there. There we go. Ping. Ta-da. Yeah, I could have gone with white. I could have gone with black, but I didn't want it that in your face. I wanted it a little bit more subtle. Because this isn't an in-your-face kind of design. You know, we're not using bright pinks and all of that lot. So we're going to come along and we're going to top coat. I have got some new top coat and another possessed brush. What is it with me and Duff brushes when it comes to top coat? It's doing my nutting. It really is. And of course, I didn't realise I'd got possessed brush, so I'd already thrown the other bottle away. Yeah. It's not too bad if you get it the right way. I'm sorry that my neighbours have just started banging again. It's when it goes the other way. Anywho, there we go. That's it. We are done for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.